Hello? Hello there, everyone. Is this thing on? We need a little bit more light in our lives. Guys, welcome back to the kitchen. It's good to be here and good to see all of you in chat already. Holy smokes. Happy Tuesday. I hope we're all having a good start to the week. Bob was in here first. He's celebrating Taco Tuesday today, so he'll be typing with his nose. I know how that is. I said full commitment. Once you pick it up with both hands, you're not going to be putting it down. Paloozer, welcome in. Mish, good to see you. Sorry it's a bit of a later stream. Maybe don't stay up too late tonight. Amp is here with us. Who else we got? Yet it is. Yes, happy Tuesday. These weeks are just flying by, guys. This is crazy. Luminology is here with us. And Alex of Ohio. Tacos are only 2 bites anyways. I guess it depends on the size of shell that they're enjoying today, hey? But I wouldn't put it past you, Paloozer. Anything could be 2 bites if you want it to be. What? Currently 33C and under a heat advisory for the first half of the week. Here, yes. It's been so hot here. We've had like an early season heat wave sort of thingy going on here for the past week. Like yesterday it was like 37 Celsius. Pretty nice and toasty. Definitely thankful for aircon, but I'm loving it. It's so summery out. It's awesome. We went this morning, guys, at like, I think we got there at 9:45 in the morning to go pick some fresh berries for what we're making today from our friend's parents' farm. They've had this orchard here for over 20 years, I think they said. And I even got like a tour of the orchard on the ATV with his dad. It was so dang fun. I'm happy that I brought my phone and my gimbal because I took some really good video footage. I'm going to edit it into a YouTube video for us to all watch. So I'll let you know when that's ready. So we got the local strawberries that were literally just picked this morning. We did a U-pick. I think they charged us $3.50 per pound for the strawberries, and we paid $14. So do whatever math that is if you want. Hi Greek, welcome in. Oh yeah, Michael's here too. Don't blame UK, you got Luminology hooked on our streams and you're not sorry. Hello there. I know the streams haven't been as often as they usually have, but yeah, good to see everyone. And it's good to be back in the kitchen. Had a little break, ready to make something delicious today. Are we near any of the fires? No, but we did have a little scare earlier last week. Like literally across the way from us, across the canal where we did a walking stream before, the hill was on fire at one of the farms. It was a brush fire, but they got it out within like a couple hours. So few, but Sam said that was pretty scary, like just turning the corner through the valley on the way home from work that day and seeing the smoke. He's like, holy shit, it's too early, right? But yeah, we've been okay. No thunderstorms or anything like that lately to start any lightning fires. It's perfect human body temperature, even though it feels like too warm to us. That's weird, hey guys? The hills were alive. Squamish has a fire. That's scary. Okay, and then we went over the berries. There's also a couple cherries in there. We picked like 10 cherries because it's really early in the season. The rhubarb is local too. I've had it wrapped up in the fridge in just these towels for the last like week, maybe even 2 weeks. So this is all the rhubarb that we have. I only bought 3 stalks, which only cost me, I think, 75 cents or something, from a little farm stand in Okanagan Falls here called the Apple Bin. It's just a refrigerated sea-can container that you can walk into. They have like all of the apples in the wooden bins from the orchard, and you just pick your own, weigh it, drop your cash in the box or e-transfer them, and that's it. It's like an honor system. So rhubarb is local as well. And I thought that, like, if we didn't have enough rhubarb to fill out the tart, no problem adding a few strawberries to fill in the gaps, right? Hello, Slam Eat Fist. Rhubarb and sugar? Yes, Greek. Yeah, we had a young kid join us at work for a few weeks, but he is no longer there, unfortunately. It just wasn't a good fit for him, and that's okay. Like, the restaurant industry isn't for everyone, but he never had rhubarb before, and we are getting like bins in from the farms right now. So I made him try it. I was like, first you're gonna try it without sugar, because that's how I was raised from my grandma in the garden. And it's super sour, guys, if you've never had rhubarb before. And it's usually like a massive bush, and actually the leaves, which you don't often see, are poisonous. So that's why they're usually cut off when you buy that from anywhere. But yeah, super, super sour, but delicious, just like dipped straight into sugar and eating it fresh. That's just like, man, brings me back to my childhood big time. As tart as a crumble, rhubarb and bumbleberry, yeah. Like, rhubarb is even good on its own, right? We don't need the strawberries today, so we'll see. So if we have enough rhubarb, we'll just use that in the tart, and then we'll just top it with some of the fresh berries on top, I think. It's gonna be good, guys. This is like the intro into summer, I feel. You've had rhubarb cake one time. It was amazing. You don't even know what it is. Is it a veggie? I would say yes. It like resembles celery almost, hey? I've never looked this up, so let's learn a little bit about rhubarb today. It is a vegetable, and we're using it in a dessert. Annie's here. 30? 30? What? Sam was sleeping, so this might wake him up. It's okay. Thank you so much. Annie, are you done school then? Is that what this means? I can't wait to welcome in 30 people on a Tuesday evening. I turned it down a little bit just so I can still talk over the alerts, but thank you so much. I actually had chicken wings last night for dinner after work. It was my Friday. We went to the store. We didn't know what we were gonna get, and they were on sale. And I was like, you know what? It does feel like a chicken wing night. So we air fried up some chicken wings, had a little bit of veggies, curly fries, called it a night. Legendary. Thought Sammy was grilling outside. He will be. He will be. He's just having an afternoon siesta. He got the stream all set up for me, and then I was getting ready for stream, and he ended up falling asleep, and that's okay. Annie's here. 35% off gifted subs right now, too. That's amazing. You're like, I will take advantage of that. Thank you. Nice, guys. I love when you guys are in chat and you get the gifted sub. To me, I think that is so rewarding. It's like a reward for showing up, right? Did I see how many? I didn't. Let me scroll all the way back up, because this has got to be an insane number, guys. 1,200! 1,200 gifted subs over what? Like 7 years? Thank you so much. What? Pell just says too many. I love it, Annie. Thank you for always supporting us, even when you can't be around as much. Okay, so before you were popping in, got asked if rhubarb is a vegetable. Like, what is this? It looks like celery, but it's like got this pinkish hue to it, and it's super sour. You love it so much. 'Tis the season right now. Most of the time, you know somebody that grows rhubarb. Even if you think you don't, you just gotta ask around. Probably find it for free. Cookie got you last time, Paloozer. See, that's what I mean. It's a great source of oxalic acid. We have learned this before. What did we learn last time about rhubarb? They use it as a preservative or something? You want to know the first person that tried it and said yes, right? It would be so sour. This is insane, guys. Valia Boy gifted a sub. Paying it forward from Annie that gifted them a sub. Literally instantly to a level 5 hype train. Thank you very much. I'm still waiting for the alerts to stop and then we'll welcome everyone in. Oh, that's what it was, Annie. So there is, what do we call it? I don't want to say compound. There's an acid, I guess. Oxalic acid inside of rhubarb is used in cleaning chemicals, which I have in under the sink. So this Barkeeper's Friend, which is like a legendary cleaning chemical for cast irons and enamel and stuff, really anything, that is used in it. And if you go to Barkeeper's Friend's website, it actually says that. Is that it for all the chicken wings, hot dogs, and bologna? That was so much. Okay, guys. Let's scroll on up. Thank you very much, Annie, for the 30 gifted subs to the channel. And apparently, we know lots of these people that received them. The OG Nicole, Greek, Greco-Greek, Foxbert, Darth Verbaka, Lady Bonfire, Panda Sine, Bad Nova 67, Viking Dance 63, Surge Junk 666, DFDX2, Luminology, there it is, same with Yet It Is, Perzima, Scaramouche Boy, Sockdown, Lily Acer, Aeroneos, Leroy and Cat, K-Fiva, Guest Lounge, Alex of Ohio, The Karmic Bob, Dinner with Mom, Valia Boy. They gifted the subs. They paid us back. Tim of Troy, Archangel 7277, Elrad 24, keeping track of this account. A lovely Ellen. We know them. Okay, that was that. And then we had Jiggles subscribed with Prime for 37 months, just rolling over the 3-year mark. Thank you very much, Jiggles. They're heading to the gym. Have a good lift sesh. Valia gifted the sub to Morzine, so welcome into them. I'm still catching up. Bob subscribed for 47 months. We're almost at 4 years here together. He had one more in him. Mish subscribed at 59 months. He told her proudly. Thank you, Mish. Just showing off a bit there. Guys, thank you so much. Level 5 is complete, on to level 6, and we already got some new emotes. Let's have a wonderful stream, my people. That felt like the pre-shift that we do in the restaurant almost. Like going over all the specials on the board and like the numbers and the price of them for all the servers. The intro to stream sometimes can like last a good 45 minutes. Love you guys. Okay, here's the menu. I know some people already took a peek earlier. Here's the recipe we'll be following. A little thing behind the scenes because it says then making dinner. Samo popped in some plate ribs, beef ribs into the oven. Heck, I don't even know what time, but they might actually like already be ready. Ooh. Just like a big old hunk of meat roasting in the oven slowly. And then I don't know if they'll be finished on the egg or what. But that's part of dinner. We'll just keep them in there. The smell is starting to get a little torturous, though, I will be honest. It's like, I don't know if I can smell this anymore without eating it. And then to go along with those, just did something simple like mashed potatoes on the side and then some yummy asparagus from a local farm. Easy peasy. We'll see where we get through dinner, but we'll work on the tart first, get it into the oven, and then we'll work on some things while it's baking. One note on the recipe today, we're making our own ground almonds, like almond flour. So I blanched some almonds before the stream and they've just been cooling on the side. We'll have to take the skins off the almonds and then just blend them up in the blender, and that's ready to go for us. I thought that would be fun to kind of try out today. What did you discover? Okay, and then back to learning that rhubarb is a vegetable known for its long, red, and sour stalks used in cooking as if it were a fruit, which is a great way to say that. Peeling almonds sounds like a pain in the dick. It's actually easy if you blanch them, like the skin gets super loose. I'll show you. Whoa! It literally just fell out. Gravity will do it for you. But that's all we want. We don't want the skin. So I wasn't sure, like after we peel them, since it was blanched in water, maybe have to dry it out a bit after. Like we'll toast it back up in the oven and then blend it. Otherwise it might get kind of like cakey in the blender if it's wet, because nuts are also fatty. So we don't want to make almond butter or paste, right? It shouldn't hurt, Mish. Okay, well, that's good to know. Palooza, please let us know if you need help over there. Okay, I think that's all we need to know about the rhubarb. So reading through the tart, and I think the tart pan, the fancy old tart pan that we need, is in the cabinet behind the air fryer and the Lego and stuff. So when we wake Samo up, that might be one of his first tasks. Hello, Shecht, and welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and thanks for joining us today. Rhubarb frangipane tart. So frangipane is the almond part of the tart. It's a fancy French word. I don't know how to explain it more than that because I haven't made it or used it a bunch. So we'll learn about that too. Okay, it's called like an almond cream. A spreadable paste made from almond flour, sugar, eggs, and extract. I'm not going to use the extract today because we're going for more of the rhubarb flavor than the almond, I would say. But that's what frangipane is. It says it serves 8, prep time only 30 minutes. I don't think I'll be able to do it that quick, but let's see, I guess. Total time, 1 hour 35, plus chilling and cooling. Okay, so they didn't add the chilling and cooling time, which is probably like 1 hour. It's always daytime where you're at right now, Shecht. That's cool. I remember that from working in Nunavut. Thank you guys for getting to the level 6 hype train today. Everyone that contributed. 34 subbies. What? And did we get new emotes? Share the emotes in chat if you did. I'm opening the chest. Nice. Mish and I got the same one. Goblin Jam. Found out that if you use an immersion blender on extra virgin olive oil, it gets really bitter. Really? I didn't know that. That's good to know though. I don't make dressings, like salad dressings, with full olive oil. I usually cut it with a bit of vegetable oil to lighten up the flavor, but whoa. Mayo? So wait, did you try to make mayo with just olive oil and it turned out really bad? And Titan's here with us today. Hello. The word rhubarb is also a slang term for a loud argument. Some old school baseball announcers use the word when describing disagreements. What? They're really having a rhubarb of a time over there. We learn something new here every stream. Is a tart like a jam? A tart is like a pie, but without a pastry crust, and more of like a crust that you press in to the pan, like a cheesecake. Is that a good way to say it? That is crazy, Annie. Whoa, I know that like some versions of olive oil can be more bitter than others, but I wonder why the like whipping of it would make it taste more bitter just from the like energy transfer. Hey, okay, this is the description of the dessert we're making. Sharp candy pink rhubarb is the perfect contrast to the sweet frangipane and a welcome sight during the winter months. What? Serve with something sharp, creme fraiche, soured cream, or yogurt. All work a treat. I mean, we do have yogurt in there, but we bought a really nice liter of 36% cream. And like, unfortunately, it expires tomorrow. So I'm a little bit disappointed in the grocery store for that, honestly. Because I don't think we'll be able to eat a liter of cream in the next 8 hours or so. But hey, challenge is a challenge, right? Might have to make some whipped cream, or sorry, ice cream with it. The oil's polyphenol content, it breaks down. Whoa. Now we know the science behind it. Serve with a sharp knife or glass shard. Yeah, something sharp. Surprise. What? Okay, so the pastry is really easy. It's just flour, icing sugar, cold butter, and an egg yolk. Easy mode. The filling, like for the frangipane, let's see what they say. And also, just a note on this, maybe I'll get our handy dandy notebook. And just so everyone is aware, yes, we have a prep list at work every single day. They actually print us out sheets, which is awesome. Like one side says prep on it and the other side for me just says pastry, so that it's like kind of split up, so we focus on the desserts and then like everything else that I have to do. It's pretty cool. So that's why we use a list basically every stream. I don't think there's been many streams since 2018 that I haven't had a notebook like this. Annie would know. Mythical Suki is here with us. Cat claws are sharp. That would be a nice way to serve the tart. I actually got a pedicure kitty at the orchard today. It made my day. Okay, so first things first, we'll say the crust so that we can get that done, and then it will chill for 20 minutes. Not a long time, so that's nice. If it was a pie crust, I usually like to chill that overnight. We can just make it by hand, the crust. Roll it out. You know this is a recipe from the UK. Roll it out until it's the thickness of a pound coin. Which, I don't know if we actually have anything in Canadian currency that would be that thickness. But probably like 1/4 of an inch or so. You have 4 Maine Coons? That would make my day going to visit them. I'm just like obsessed with animals, honestly. Something about me and cats though. Love it. Okay, so we're gonna roll the dough to like 1/4 inch, which is pretty typical for even pies, I would say. 2.8 millimeters. No. That's gotta be centimeters. Da, da, da. A pound coin is that? There's no way. So it is like almost just like 1/8 of an inch. That is really, that's like a 1/16. Good job, guys, looking it up. That is super thin then. Does that mean it's really gonna puff up? Because, like, if you look at the photo, oh, maybe it is pretty thin. Maybe it is thinner than I thought. I'm glad we looked that up then. So I'll get it pretty thin. (1/16 of an inch). We'll write that note down. It will puff up. With the cold butter and stuff being mixed in there, we know what that does when it hits the hot oven. And so then we chill that after it's been pressed into the pan. All right, press into pan for another 20 minutes. So you know when I said the addition of the chilling and resting time will probably equate to an extra hour on the recipe? That's where it starts to add up, all the 20-minute increments. The Danelander's doing the math tonight. At least it's not me. Titan, you're like, thank gosh nobody asked me. I love it. Okay, the oven is going to what? 190 C. Gas 5. There's no setting of gas 5 on this thing. But what's 190 C? Like 390-ish? 400 Fahrenheit? Scrunch up a sheet. 175 is 350. So 190. Well, we used to have the conversion. Do we still? I forget what the command was that Vune made, honestly. So we gotta do what's called blind baking on the tart shell so that when we put the filling in, the middle doesn't like puff up and push everything out. So we gotta pre-bake the shell before we finish it off. 190 is like 885 on the Kelvin scale. Oh my gosh. It's like the teacher. It's like when Annie asks his class a question and nobody puts their hand up to answer. Everyone just like shadily looks around like, please don't pick me. I don't know. Fill it with baking beans. I don't know if I still have my baking bean bin. But I think I do have some beans. Oh, thank goodness. Maybe it is the bin. So you need some dried beans, and that's going to hold down the tart shell so it doesn't puff up. Just a little bit of weight on top of the parchment. Good to go. Baking beans are set. Nice. You got slapped with a feta. Aluminum shot that you used for calorimetry experiments. How do you say that word? You're killing me. It says, while the shell is baking, we can make the frangipane. So, frangipane is going on the list next. We already know what we have to do first, though, which is the almond scenario. Almond scenario on a Tuesday. Hello, White Dove. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Calometry. No, there's an R and an I in there, Bob. Hello, Suzanne. We're doing good. We're just looking over this recipe because I've never made anything like this before. So I don't want to mess it up. Making our list for the day so we don't miss anything, but I'm excited to see how this turns out. Some local sheep with your goddaughter. Didn't have the hates to tell her you're eating sheep for dinner. That's like Chef telling me that he wants to get rabbits for meat at his property and tell his kids that it's chicken. Is it rabbit or chicken, Titan? One stream we actually didn't know. Sam walks into this story. Yep, this is where we're at right now, Samo. He lives.
I guess I fell asleep.
Yeah, the meat's looking good. We looked at it. All of these 20-minute timings. So 190C to bake it for another 20 minutes. That's an hour right there that we added just now. They left it out of the recipe to make it seem easier. Sam has missed 40 minutes of gold. It's been a little crazy. 10 minutes was the intro. That's true, actually, Phil. 10 minutes of us just standing around doing nothing. Okay, frangipane. Beat the butter and sugar and the egg. Fold in the almonds. There's a little bit of cardamom in this recipe, which I thought would be so nice. And then we gotta bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, so frangipane will be done. We gotta cut the rhubarb into fancy pieces, you'll see. And then 35 to 40 minutes. – 50 minutes already with the pre-show. I mean, it is 4:30 already. We could be here all week. Mish, it just sounds hard and I'm making it sound scary. We'll be fine. This is the best news we've heard all day. Remove the tart from the oven and let it cool in the tin for 5 minutes. That's it. We're going to do a little glaze on top as it's cooling for that 5. So we just do a little bit of sugar and water and then use a pastry brush so it gets nice and shiny on top. And it just says allow it to cool. And it told us to serve it with something sharp, which we have the option of doing that today. But I'm going to choose a vanilla whipped cream, which can be made while the tart is baking. Feta is sharp. There is some in the freezer. Okay, guys. Before we start any of that, we're going to peel our almonds, get them drying out a little bit and toasting in the oven so that we can make our almond flour for the frangipane. It's going to be a tough one. We've already learned 3 new things today. Don't ask me what they were. I can't remember already. Here we are. So all I did after I blanched the almonds for 2 minutes in boiling water was just strain them and then laid them out on this cloth to cool and dry. So now we're just going to pop them out of the skin, which when someone asked earlier, it was super easy. And then this is what's called a blanched almond. So you can also buy these in the store, but I will say it's expensive to buy like blanched almonds and even almond flour because it takes this amount of work to get it, right? So Sam's like, you know what? We have a bunch of almonds at home. Why don't we just try to make it ourselves? And like at first he told me to just take the whole almond and grind it up in the blender without removing the skin. But if I know how to make almond flour, you gotta blanch it first because the skins get like really, whoa, shit. See how they pop out sometimes? Really papery. Still good. Still good. Homemade almond flour is gonna probably taste fresh. Probably, hey? And I did a bunch of extra almonds too. Like we only need, I think, 125 grams. For the recipe, but I thought, hey, if I'm gonna make this, why don't I make extra so that I don't have to do this again another time? It says 3-hour stream. It probably is going to be close to that. And that's okay. The skin has the cyanide. I'm just like putting the skins in a pile on the side. The cyanide. So it's been pretty busy at work, guys. It's been really fun, honestly. It's starting to get funner. I would say we're over that hump of like everything being scary and new and being like terrified of getting fired. We've been able to do some fun events. Like, I don't know if you guys saw in Discord what I got to do. When was that? On Sunday, I think? Just here, basically at home at the restaurant. Got to do a fun canapé event for the wine club. Is this even gonna be doable? It's like some of these are easy to peel and others aren't. And then this weekend coming up for Father's Day, we get to do a barbecue event. So we get to smoke some briskets and pulled pork and run the pop-up again here. It's always hard when you first start. It totally is, right? And I would say, like, I know everything is hard, especially like different jobs and stuff, but working in a kitchen, there's so many different things to remember and know. It was wild. It was so funny though when Chef was telling me that I get to like basically have a break from the Sonora room for a day. He's like, yeah, you and me are going on an adventure on Sunday. He's like, pack your waterproof pants, your wellies, and was like telling me all this stuff to pack. I was like, what the shit are we doing, Sam? Because Sam was at work with me at that time. We're like trying to figure it out, and then later on he's like, you don't have to pack any of that, we're just going to do an event at Wild Goose. I was like, what the heck? Got me all excited for nothing. I was like, that sounds like a vacation, Chef. You like his sense of humor? So he's from Cornwall. And he's been in Canada because I learned a little bit about him when we got to just work together, the two of us. He's been in Canada for 25 years now. But like still has his English accent, which is amazing. And yeah, we even like realized talking about like where we've worked before and stuff, that we've worked, like Sam, myself, and him have once upon a time worked at the same restaurant before without even knowing. It's cool when you kind of have that past connection with chefs. I don't know why, but it feels like, I don't know, you've like worked together before. Yeah, how cool, hey? To be like, what? You work there too? Like, what are the odds of that? With how many restaurants exist in the world? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna peel all of these. Maybe I'll get the scale out here right away and get our 125 grams. Weighed out, because I feel like we might almost be there. Interesting, isn't it? Yep. I think next week I will be taking on a challenge at work and creating a dessert feature all on my own, which I haven't done yet. And it's going to be an ode to a Black Forest cake, which is my favorite cake and apparently is Chef's favorite cake too. So we should be getting fresh cherries in at work this week from same farm that we went to today to get the berries, which is amazing. And yeah, I thought that would be absolutely delicious. Hey, Annie. Like a nice chocolate sponge. Do a layer of cream. I'll make the cherries like nice and boozy. I think it will be very nice. They're so ripe. We were only able to pick 10 today. Our friend's like, let's not pick too many today because they're not quite ready. I was like, let's pick 10. He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, sounds good. The plums I seen at the orchard today. The plums, apricots, nectarines, all the different varieties of peaches. It was so fun. And so the way that they work their orchard is they have so many different varieties of fruit that there's always something fresh on the farm stand, even like with the different fruits. So we'll have cherries from now until like end of August of different varieties. Are you munching berries back there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got, guys. I'll go grab this scale and see what this little pile equates. If it's 125 grams. Misha's already fallen asleep. Don't eat the peeled ones.
No?
Okay. Don't eat the peeled ones, Samo. Where does the scale even live? I actually don't know. Oh, nice. You know what I just saw, guys? Are you okay? Uh-oh. He's choking on almonds. We got the tart pan, not behind the air fryer and stuff. Whoop, whoop. So that's what it looks like, and then the bottom just lifts out to take the tart out. This is a hand-me-down from my grandparents. I don't even know how old that is. Where does this scale live? I think it lives over here somewhere. The key word is somewhere. This might be bad though, guys. How do I not know where the scale is? I actually don't know if I've used it yet here. Samo, do you know?
Nope.
Wait. This is like an appliance area. No, that's just the blender, which we will eventually need. SOS already. Misha's like, why did I even show up today? I might have to run to this store just to buy a scale. You stayed up till 2 a.m. last night? Do I buy extra to accommodate the sneaky snacker? Always. You know it. Okay, I feel like we're getting closer here. It might be in one of these drawers. Does anybody know where the scale is? Just asking for myself. You went to bed at 5 a.m.? That's like when I wake up. I've seen it around. I just don't know where. Samo's not involved in this, unfortunately. Do you hear the hum of all the fans in the living room? The aircon? Okay, I'm gonna bring the baking bin down because maybe it's in there. There's no way that we didn't bring it though. That would be some crazy business. Come on, brain. Work with me here. Maybe it is back there. Maybe the scale's in the freaking cupboard, guys.
Go put that back. I'll go check.
I know I stuck some baking things up there. Shoot. Samo, what kind of magic is this? What?
What?
This doesn't make sense, chat. I'll take out the bin that I didn't actually look in earlier, because I thought this would be an easier time. Just gonna guess on the weights for the whole recipe. No, I didn't bring it to work. I definitely know it lives somewhere in the house.
It's probably down there.
Where is it?
It's down there, probably farther in there.
That's all the tea area with the kettle and the waffle maker and stuff. We just got blender and toaster here. I keep looking up in the shelf, but it's not in there either. Because that's where it used to live with all the baking stuff. Never rub another man's rhubarb. Whoa! That was a good distraction though, thank you. It's gotta be here somewhere. Okay, I'm looking in two last places. One is a big ass bowl. Okay, nothing in there. And the other one is the second incarcerum mixer. Maybe it's inside? And I was like, yeah, that'll be a safe spot. Ah! Things are falling on my head because it's on the top shelf. Oh God. There was a spider on it. It's totally fine. Dang it. We got skunked. Rather, we got spidered. Okay, that was bad, but I needed to lighten up the mood. Guys, where is the scale? It's a tragedy, Samuel, but I guess we'll make do. Ouch.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Where'd you put it? Where'd you squirrel it away?
I squirreled it so hard I don't even know. Oh, you're wrapping those even. So you checked this side? What about the other side?
Yeah, both sides. One side's got encrusted stuff, the other side's got holes.
I really thought it lived in with the flour bin and stuff, but I guess not. Okay, after he's done there, we'll grind up these almonds, I think. At least complete our first step. But like, is it at this moment in time, chat, that we have to change the recipe to something that doesn't have a scale? That's what I'm kind of feeling. Very blackened ribs. He has to come back and tell us how long those cooked for. We need to know these answers. What's the story, Samuel? Okay, I guess we're gonna make a strawberry rhubarb tart, just not the recipe that I linked. That's the way it's gonna be. Sorry, guys. Do 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 do. Yeah, did you look underneath? This is literally beyond me. I know it's here somewhere. I'm like, we don't even have that big of a place, so I don't know where else to look, but I ain't wasting any more time on the stream. We don't want to like blend the fruit up. We want the fruit to really shine. This one looks nice. That's more of a pie though. I don't know what to say, Sam. This is just my pots and pans shelf. It really doesn't make sense. Is it behind the computer?
Oh.
Like, that would be a crazy place. Is it in the oven? Mish says in the air fryer. Really, really weird. I don't know why I wouldn't bring it. Let's just say that. I'm like looking in the closet where we stuck the old microwave. That's it. That's fate, I guess. We're not meant to make this. We're not meant to make this today.
It's already going.
Ah! We'll have to make it on another stream, I guess. That's just the way life is some days. In the bathroom, in your butt? I like that one. I'll be okay, guys. I was just really excited to make this, and like now we got fresh strawberries. So, well, I didn't plan on streaming tomorrow, but maybe I will. I guess we'll see. I'm confused though. That's all I can say, guys.
Are you 100% sure it's here?
Well, I mean, I haven't used it since we've lived here, so I can't say 100% no. No, I don't take the scale to work, because, yeah, it would get wrecked there. If we want to be crazy, sorry, we can try to, like, convert the entire recipe the whole time from grams to, like, tablespoons and stuff. But I don't really see that working out the best. But it says, like, 125 grams is 1 cup. So we could make it work. Just, do we want to go through all of that effort? Not really. Okay. I'ma keep looking. So wait, you said dinner's ready?
No, dinner is an hour and a half away.
Okay.
Not that far.
I'm just reading some recipes that I'm finding that would maybe be kind of similar. This one looks nice. Right? The headache is not worth it. That's what I think. We can totally just make it on another stream. It's okay, guys. This one uses puff pastry, so that's not right. This is gonna bug me so bad though, because you guys know that's how I am. Is like, where's the scale? I don't understand. A vegan rhubarb tart? Can we just switch out the ingredients for butter? FCB, hello, and how are you doing? I'd totally make that one instead. The sheer scale of this problem right now. How long does Amazon take to deliver stuff here? Like, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, depending on what it is. No more overnight, and no more even same day, actually, is what we used to get before, Annie. Hi, Cookie, welcome in. We are trying to solve a problem here of number 1, the missing scale, and number 2, what we're gonna do about it. Sam just finished wrapping the beef ribs and they went in the oven.
Your choice. You can carry on streaming today, or we go to Canadian Tire and grab the scale, and you can stream the stream tomorrow. Just do it at like noon when you're done nice and early.
No, but then not everyone can be around. What about a crumble instead of a pie? We can make that. Like, that's what Sam wanted. You want me to just make you a crumble then?
I'm okay with it.
It's true, actually. At least I'm not the one to blame.
It's already been blamed. Bob's been blamed.
I know, that's why I said it's true. Rhubarb crumble with apple? No. Let's put strawberry.
See? She solved her own problem. Everyone's happy now. I get my crumble. You guys get the stream. And we eat some cream.
We have to... Okay, I'll just end this stream here, and then we'll restart, because we have to redo the intro now for another 45 minutes. Are you guys ready? It's a whole new recipe. But at least, I guess we got this. We'll save that page for the day that a scale exists in our life. Take 2. Holy shit. Woo! Back in the kitchen today. Mish, a beardless creep? Don't say that. Cookie's like, what? Old-fashioned strawberry rhubarb crisp. Yeah, you didn't see it in Discord?
No? Oh, no.
You're a mod. You should always know what's happening there. He's the worst mod I have. He's the worst mod I have. This strawberry rhubarb crisp has a crunchy, buttery oat topping to complement the tangy filling. Serve it with warm ice cream. We were already good with something sharp, though. Yeah, just scratch the record. Okay, and now, hello, welcome everyone. It's good to be back in the kitchen today. We are going to be making a strawberry rhubarb crisp. It sounds really good. Thank you. I've been practicing. The best part of this dessert might just be the absolute ease of putting it together. It's like it was meant to be. For all of its fruity deliciousness, it just takes 30 minutes of active work time and is basically foolproof. Something was bound to happen on this stream, and this is what it was. Yeah, someone changed the title. I'm changing it right now. Strawberry rhubarb. Are we gonna call it a crumble or a crisp?
Crumble.
Okay, shoot. I better just write crumble. We'll see if we even still make dinner. Okay, I'm gonna change the command. Don't worry, everyone. We got this. Wait, the recipe wasn't even right? It's showed the Peruvian chicken still there. When I already updated it. Is this right now? Don't ask me to change the menu. Oh man. And I gotta go into this other one. Boop. Boop. No, it's okay. I'm just not rewriting it on the command. For the menu command. Strawberry rhubarb crumble.
Are you ready?
You've been crumbled. We almost crumbled. It's the other strawberry dish. It's fate. Okay, it says it's as simple as slicing the rhubarb and berries, mixing together the topping ingredients, and popping everything in the oven. Compared to making, say, a pie or layer cake, this is a wonderful kitchen project for those just getting into baking or for anyone who wants to taste all of the glory without any of the fuss. We've already spent an hour making nothing. If rhubarb isn't in season or available at your farmer's market, you can use any tart red fruit that complements strawberries like apples, cherries, or even cranberries. Whoa. Unlike most desserts, this one can be eaten fairly soon after removing it from the oven. Let it cool for about 20 minutes and then serve the rhubarb strawberry crisp with a warm scoop of ice cream. I hope the ice cream is not warm. Serve it warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, or what we have today, just some vanilla whipped cream. And watch the smiles spread across the faces of everyone at the table, including Bonk, who just got here. Thank gosh, because you would have wasted an hour of your life if you were here on time for stream. But thank you very much, Bonk, for the 65. I almost said 35. I don't know why. But 65 months in a row. You were at work. It was for a good reason. We got all the way through the intro of stream and the recipe, and then I realized that a scale doesn't exist here, or I don't want to spend more time looking for one currently. So now we've changed the recipe to a strawberry rhubarb crumble. You gotta VOD this one. So wait, when I upload this to YouTube, I shouldn't cut out the first 50 minutes? Okay, it says, for an even quicker day of preparation, make the oat topping a day in advance and just put it in the fridge overnight. Make it the blooper reel? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bob forgot the scale. Bob. And so this recipe doesn't use a scale. Except for the 2 pounds of rhubarb part. So I guess we'll just hope for the best, really. All they said was to cut up our fruit and then we'll mix it with... Holy shit. How are we going to just come up and make lemon juice in our life for this part? I don't think that exists in my life. I don't want to use vinegar. But usually the lemon juice is nice to just like cut through the sweetness of everything when you make like a crumble or pie. So that's going to be our one challenge today. I guess we do we still have lemonade?
Nope.
Do we have any lemon drinks? There's a sandpel in the car. It's orange, but it's still citrus. Ah! And on today's stream, we learn how to not do anything right at all, but it would still turn out. I know, baking without a scale. It's gotta be here. It's gonna bug me for the rest of my life, honestly. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I like this recipe. They show some nice photos of how everything should look. We need the oven to 375 whenever we're ready, but first we're gonna get the filling ready, so the fruit and then the topping. So that's the nice thing about crumble, is it doesn't have a crust like a pie does, although you can totally make a crumble pie, and that is also delicious. 8 cups of diced rhubarb. Thank you very much, Annie. So like 2 liters worth. Literally in 30 years, when I'm 64 years old, I'll still be thinking about that missing scale and the fact that I never made the rhubarb frangipane tart. Not from 3 stocks, we won't. Well, I guess we'll just have to bump it up with more strawberries then. I said we're doing everything wrong, but it'll still turn out. What? What is life? Blanching almonds for no reason? At least they're ready for the day that we do make that recipe. Might be next week. I guess we'll find out. We got our rhubarb. We'll trim it all up, wash it up, and then cut it up, see what we have, and then bump up the amount with the strawberries. Yeah, will the annoyance scale over time? Thank you, Oak, for that, and also good to see you. Welcome in. This would be like a literal disaster if this was in a restaurant right now. Try to go make a recipe without a scale. At least I have a knife. I can present that to you. So I like to trim off this bottom part. Like, we want to get as much possible from this, right? So I just do it at an angle. Just trim off where it's like kind of papery there. Like that. And then I'll turn the other side. And like just trim where it got a little dried out. This, so we always save this trim at work, and then chef will cook it down to use as a base for a cocktail. It's called the rhubarb shrub, I think. I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds so good. So now we'll wash this up. Yeah, we need a scale command now. It'll just say, don't ask me where the scale is. Oh no, it exists. And he already knew what I wanted it to say. Thanks, Sam. I know what I'm doing after stream. Going to look for a scale in the rest of the house. Okay, so 8 cups. This container is 4 cups. That's why I said 2 liters. This will maybe fill this one container. Let's see. And so then, do they say any specific way to cut this? Directions. No. Okay, it doesn't say there. It just says sliced 1/2 inch thick. That's easy enough. We'll just slice it all the way across. Like that. And I was going to say, whenever you make stuff with rhubarb, you want to make sure that you don't cut it too big, especially if it's like in a pie or crumble recipe like this, because it does have to cook down. Julienne it. There'd be nothing left of it. It's quite a finicky thing if you try to like cook it but preserve the texture. Like, we make a couple dishes with it at work on my side of the kitchen. One is for a salad. It's called a rhubarb confit. So we slowly cook it with like some herbs. This is like, yeah, 2 cups maybe. So we'll have to bump it up with 2 cups of strawberries. Oh no. But yeah, there's like, if you even cook the rhubarb for a minute extra, it will be just like completely cooked into the liquid. But for something like this, that's kind of what we want, right? Who's following? Bav Bakes, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Okay, now our fresh picked from this morning berries. Let's look at some of these actually. Some of them are really cool. And there was also quite a few like really big ones. Like this one is huge. It's like a mutant berry. And then I picked another mutant one. There's this one. This one. I thought looked so cool. I forget what they're actually called, but like look at it. Almost looked like a star. So the box of berries was $14. And then obviously we want to pick the reddest ones out of this too. Holy shit, Cookie. Gotta show it closer. Is there something on the camera? It looks a little dusty, if you will. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm gonna start picking them out. Maybe put them in a strainer so that we can give them a little wash. I did have chicken wings last night. How did you know? Look at all the small ones. They're so cute. Oh, that one wasn't ready, see? What is even going on? Cookie, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Mish for the 1 bit. Annie with the 656. And Amp, did I show you out for the 510? Okay, who do we got in here today from Cookie? Lit AF, duh. Welcome on in. Blood Oak got a gifted sub. Nice. Muhalo. Brown. Espino Serene. DD Alex. DD. Twitch Blackmore. Bailey Girl. Choco Apocalypse. I almost said that wrong. And Boss Man. Welcome, guys. Hello, Gearbox Man as well. You guys crushed the subby goal. And we haven't even done anything yet. So how do you know which strawberries are ready to be picked or purchased? You just look for the really red ones. That's all we really did. I'll be posting the video that I took at the orchard today of us picking them probably within the next couple days onto YouTube, so I'll let you guys know. But that's all you do. And like the way that the bushes are, look at this one, that's why we wash it. There's like a little bit of like a mildew building up, is the berries like kind of pop out like red jewels underneath the green leaves. And then if you pick them early in the morning, the way that the sun hits it, it just like kind of lights it up, so it makes it so easy to find where they are and where to pick them. And like this is actually a you pick farm that they run in the summer. So they said they kind of like strategically tell people where to pick the berries so that they never run out. And this is an ever-bearing strawberry variety. So any berries that are not picked, let's say, and then just fall off of the bush onto the field, at the end of the season, when those are all dried up, they just put them back into the dirt and it's gonna grow more plants, which I thought was so cool. We really learned a lot today. Okay, let's like start with this, I think, and then see where we end up. That was like half of them.
Tell them about the fun part of the trip?
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
You were sleeping.
Oh.
How fun would it be? It looks pretty fun, Cookie. Like, they've had this property for over 20 years now. And the brother and sister are both servers at our work. The kids of the family that runs this farm. And so they actually pick the berries, and like we use them at work right now on the strawberry shortcake dish. But like the kids will pick the berries in the morning and then bring a box to work just full. I thought, how cool would that be? Is like if you're a server at the restaurant selling that strawberry shortcake dish, to be able to be like, yeah, If you like the berries on this plate, you could go to my parents' farm and either pick them or buy them there. Like, that's just such a cool thing. An awesome relationship. Okay, guys, now we'll dump those out. Look at how red and like dark they look. And we'll take the leaves off. The thing about these is like the leaves you can just pick off with your hand. I don't even think we're going to cut them off. You'll see. It's like you just grab this and literally pick it off and there's no stem. It's so crazy. Like there's no waste on this at all. Just go boop, gone. I've never really had strawberries like this before. But to me, that's like so much more efficient than cutting some of the berry away. Yeah, they don't really have too many measures on the orchard of like the pests, like Ampa's talking about the birds. They have the like streamers, the red and silver things in the cherry trees and the fruit trees for the birds, so they don't eat all of them, right? This one needs a little bit more wash. But it doesn't really look like much eats the berries. And like you have to think where we live, there's so many different orchards and farms for animals to pick from that like they probably won't just decimate one area, which is pretty nice. Yeah, you remember that, Annie? We were talking about that, Sam and myself. He's like, I can't wait until we can like can some of the fruit from the farm. I was like, yeah. It's like, we've done that before. It's just been a few years since we haven't. And it's not like we don't know how. We'll just need a little refresher. But it's probably like riding a bike, right? Once you do it once, you'll kind of always remember. You actually picked up the stoneware fermentation container. Nice. What are you going to make in it first? Your dad used to make you guys do a U-pick every summer. I think that's awesome. Like, I have some early memories in this area with my family. I think I was like only 5 or 6 years old maybe. And I remember going to a cherry orchard and picking the cherries. Water droplet. Interesting. I don't even know if I know what that is, Annie. Oh, this one needs a little extra wash as well. It's on every kid's Christmas list. You can make what's called bonk, like a quick kimchi. Is what a lot of people make at home. But yeah, traditional kimchi takes quite a while. I think I've watched a YouTube on it before. Oh, that's why. When the cabbage becomes tougher, it takes longer to ferment. Makes sense. My favorite is the daikon radish kimchi. I love the crunch of it. Look at all these strawberry tops. I'm pretty sure people actually use these for something. Okay, there's that. How much is this even making, actually? We didn't really look at this. What are we baking this in? A 9 by 13 pan? That's huge. So maybe we only really need a half recipe. I will make it in a pie dish, I think. Hey, Samuel? Yeah. I don't have a glass Pyrex pan, guys. Yeah, one of the guys at work eats the berries like that. Bonk just eats it with the greens on it already. I was like, what? I guess it's just a textural thing, right? So was it equal parts berries and rhubarb? So it was 2-1. But I think I'm going to do 2-1 the other way. Strawberries to rhubarb. So these are quite small. The small ones will just cut in half. And then the bigger ones, we can either third or quarter. Yeah, you should always wash your berries. And like if there's small ones, just leave that whole. It's okay, it'll break down. This one's pretty big, so I think we'll go in thirds. Get the leaf off. Wait, Caretaker made a daikon kimchi? I'm obsessed with that stuff. I'm like salivating thinking about it. Yeah, true, Bonk. Hey, we all did it. I mean, we ate a few berries out of the field today, but didn't like gorge ourselves, right? Is maybe don't just eat the strawberry out of the container. Probably wise to wash them first. But yeah, they said that they don't spray anything on the berries, guys, at that farm. Because they don't need to. He said like some farms will be fertilizing their berries every day. They don't do anything. I was like, what? Whoa. That is insanely good. We got our fruities now. I just put the extras on the rhubarb. Okay, now we have just over 6 cups, almost 7 cups worth of fruit now. That's like half of what we needed. Half batch. It's all gonna work out in the end, as it always does. Yeah, that's what our friend Ravi said today, Bonk. Is that the bigger berries actually doesn't mean that they're better. He said the smaller berries taste so much better than the big ones because the flavor is just concentrated so much more. I needed 8 cups. I don't want to use all of the fresh berries that we picked today, like in the cooked dessert. I think it will be fine. Okay. I hate doing math so much. My gosh. But it is actually easier when things are in grams. I will say that. Like dividing cups of sugar with freaking fractions in them. We know who to blame. Oh, poor Barbarino. So we need 0.625 of a cup. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Of sugar. let's get a bowl out. We'll need a couple bowls because we'll make the topping as well. So bring 2. And we can pour the fruit in, get that mixed up with everything. Because you need a little bit of cornstarch in there so it's not too watery. I actually don't even really have to do math at work, Mish. The only math I usually do is ×2, but everything is in grams there, so it's really actually quite simple for me to complete. Now I'm getting just like lit up. We took so much time to get the stream started that the sun is pouring in here now. Boom. I'll go grab the sugar and the cornstarch and a bit of vanilla. It's like literally in between half a cup and 3/4 of a cup of sugar. That, then this. Boom. I think I need to wipe this lens. Okay, give me 1 sec here. I'm gonna go grab a little cloth, actually. Perfect thing. I don't know if it's just the sun or what. Looks like we needed a little TLC. It's getting blue in chat. Whoa, that's better. Okay. So not half a cup, but also not 3/4 of a cup. What? I just brought a lot of sugar out because I couldn't lift the whole bin out. Icy Hot Boy, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if we needed that extra clump. Let's even this out. That looks pretty good. I'm rolling with that. Boom. Little drop of our vanilla paste. They said a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're gonna go half of that. That might have been a whole teaspoon. Whoops. Came out a little quick. Our cornstarch. 3 tablespoons worth. It is thick. It's so good. Best stuff ever. This bottle's gonna last us like years. That's why we buy it. Okay, not 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. It's 1.5 tablespoons. I'm gonna mix this up now first, but I don't have the lemon, at least I don't think, for lemon juice in the fridge right now. So I'm gonna see how juicy and saucy this gets, and if I have to add something like a fruit juice, I will. We saucing. And yeah, I always like to mix this up first and let it kind of marinate together while we work on either the crust, if it's making a pie, or the topping, if we're making what we are today, a crumble. Because we're totally not making a tart. It's honestly looking good already. See how fast that works with the sugar and then the fruit juices coming out naturally? Okay, we'll leave that for now, because we can always mix it more once it sits a bit. You stayed up for the tart. I'm glad you did, Mish. First step's complete. Next one, we're gonna make the topping. You had more rain today, Annie? So you've had unseasonably cool, and we've just had an unseasonable heat wave here. which we're still in. You have a 123C orange drink in the car. There is an orange Sandpel can in the car from work that I haven't drank. That actually might be delicious in there, but it is warm as hell probably. It's probably like a 50C degree can right now. Okay. Next step. Combine all of the topping ingredients in a medium bowl. Using your fingers, mix it together until large clumps form. Sounds good. It's gonna cook the crumble for me? Yeah. It's all gonna work out. Okay, so should we half this recipe? I mean, I do love extra crumble though. That is the thing. They use any flour at all? 1.5 cups of flour. I might make the full crumble recipe, guys, because we're sick like that. The Easy Bake Oven. Hands up in chat if you had one of those when you were young. I totally did. Okay, so I always start with the dry ingredients for crumble toppings. So we need flour, brown, and white sugar? No, just brown sugar. So flour, brown sugar, oats, a little bit of oil, interesting, cinnamon, salt. You're in Fog Bonk? Whoa. We've been roasting. It feels like full on summer here. Okay, a little bit of cinnamon. Brown sugar. Get the flour bin. The loser. I love it. We should send them for the orange drink. I can also go run up and grab it. What's Samo playing right now? I think he found a new game. Again. Okay, 1.5 cups of flour. I'll come back with the oats. When I say oat, does it sound very Canadian? Should we do a mixture of the oats? We don't need this white sugar anymore. I'll do a mixture of these two. 1.25 cups.
Big face cam, please.
Huh?
Big face cam, please.
Big face cam? He's not on Steam? Oh yeah, and Sam took drone video today in the orchard. That's me going on the tour on the ATV with the trailer behind.
There's a sneak peek.
It's gonna be such a good YouTube video, guys. He just like ripped up on the quad with the trailer and was like, "You wanna go for a ride?" I was like, "Yeah." It's a big spot, like deceivingly large. I think those were all of the plum varieties. There's 7 different varieties of plum there. Okay, that's good. Looks so good, hey? So that was at like 10 in the morning.
There's us, the orchard.
That's the rest of it? Holy shit. Yeah, I didn't realize it's that big. Okay, so 1.25 cups. Let's do this. There was. So there was an area where they just planted some new trees this year, Annie. And he said one of the varieties of peaches that he planted, he grafted himself so nobody else has. I was like, whoa, I'm excited to hopefully try that in 5 years. Yeah, it's one of the fruit baskets. There's another one by like where Sam's parents are, east in Ontario. There's a lot of fruit grown there too because it's warm. And hi, Simo. How are you doing? Good to see you. Okay, that's our bit keeping. Oh no, I guess once we even it out. There's our 1 cup. And then we need a quarter more. Yeah, we had such a fun time there this morning. Ravi's dad seems like a very brilliant person. I'm excited to go there more often this summer and have some more experiences. Pretty good, just woke up. You worked till 3 a.m.? Oofda. I was like, I felt bad. We got to the orchard at like 9:45, but I guess our friend Ravi was up till like 1:30 in the morning last night from work. I was like, what? What are they doing to you there, dude? But we brought him a coffee, so I hope that made it better. Okay, we need 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Always gotta pack it in. Last year, just like for comparison at this orchard, because we had a really bad year last year for fruit. There was a really bad frost in the winter that killed off a lot of the trees. So last year at this market that we went to, there was, what did he say, 3 peaches total or something? Or like 5 peaches that grew in the whole orchard. Whereas like this year, it's loaded. It's hard to even imagine that that is a reality, right?
Katy Perry for 3 nights? What?
That's cool. So that's what you're doing till 3 a.m.? I'll take it. A friend that I've met on my travels who's a photographer and videographer actually works closely with Katy Perry. Pretty cool. In Melbourne, Animesh Jason? I mean, I know someone named Jason, so this could be somebody that I know from work. But welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Melbourne. Okay, we got the sugar, oats, flour. We need our little bit of cinnamon. I'm not doing the 1.5 teaspoons. I like just a pinch of cinnamon in my crumble because I like to taste the fruit more than the spice. Lurk phone call. Maybe he will return with snacks too, Annie or Bob. Maybe he'll come back with snacks. We need a little bit of salt, which I think is very much needed in any dessert recipe. It says 3/4 teaspoon. About that. And then I think we just need a bit of oil and butter. You've been meaning to get to Australia. It looks so nice. It's on the list. I think the top of my list, at least, is still Japan. This, and then I guess it's gonna be peanut oil in here. So if that's the case, we are not sharing this with our chef because he is deathly allergic to peanuts. We need 3 tablespoons. We'll use this. Maybe first Before we put anything wet in, we'll just give this a little mixeroo. Oh, shoot. Oh. Already spilling. Do we close the blinds, guys, or do we just open them the full way and roast in the sun here? What do you think? Notice that's actually not too bad. Get some of these brown sugar lumps out. Okay, we'll spread out our 3 tablespoons of oil. 1, 2. I've never put oil in a crumble like this. Go see Mary. It's almost like being in Australia. Probably. Hey, Mish. Okay, now we'll mix that in a bit too, I think, before we mix the butter in. Butter amount, 1 stick, which is 1/2 cup. And we do want the butter cold. Was there crazy stuff happening at the concert last night? Amp, that's funny. Okay, we'll cut this up into small cubes just to make it easier for us to work in. Sam, the butter's not crumbling. Refined peanut oil is usually safe for most people with peanut allergies to eat because of the refining process. What?
Takes out the proteins that trigger the allergic reactions.
Chat, that's crazy.
So chef can't have this.
Yeah, but I still am not risking it. I don't want to kill Chef. He's the best one we ever had.
Look how nice you can cut that butter. Holy fuck.
You should just buy Walmart butter for work. Just swap it out. Nobody would know.
I literally can't make a perfect square. It fucking crumbles on me. I used 2 different knives with hot water. Doesn't fucking help.
Let's get rid of this spoon. How much longer for the ribs in the oven?
Till they're done.
What? Know. You knew I was baking today. I already called the oven before you decided to make this. What the heck is this guy think he's doing? Put that shit in the air fryer, I guess.
We're at 180.
That's close enough.
25 degrees to go.
Nope.
Yep.
I need to bake the crumble, Sam.
Here.
Mish, thank you. We need something larger than that, though. At least he hates salmon, though it's true. So that's deserving.
You can't rush the stuff.
It's not brisket.
Yeah, you still can't rush it.
Can you finish it on the barbecue?
Now without a plate setter.
Okay, now the butter is kind of worked in so that it's not going to stick to our hands when we work it into the dry stuff. So now we're just going to like basically make fists and flake it out. Like I literally called the oven at like 10 this morning, even earlier. Like 8:30, I was like, I'm making this today.
When I pulled those out of the freezer.
You can't just commandeer it.
when do you need to bake that? Can you do the other stuff before?
What, for dinner? I guess we can get the mashed potatoes going. And get the asparagus prepped.
And what else do you gotta do for the filling? Nothing, right?
This is it.
You just gotta bake that? That's it?
That's it.
Okay, well.
Man, bear, pig, take oven. Meat rules all.
Well, you want nicely cooked beef ribs, or do you want me
Chat.
to wreck them?
Mom and Dad are fighting
I'm
again.
not fighting.
I know, we're just being dramatic. It's their favorite.
Sam
gets worried. He's like, we're not fighting, right? What happened?
My message to you.
Oh, yeah. I'm like getting ready in the bathroom, and Sam's in his bedroom and texts me. What does the text say? You want to go out for a breakup this morning? I was like, we're breaking up.
It said, you want to go for a breakup.
Yeah, you want to go for a breakup?
And then I said, Brecky, right after.
I was like, oh my God, we're breaking up? That's the second time I've been broken up with over text message. At least he's going to take me out, though, and then break up with me.
But this is a breakup Brecky.
A breakup Brecky. It's all in one, Bonk. Hopefully you get the Brecky first. Or do you want to end it on the high note and have the breakup first and then just eat the breakfast and be sad? It's looking pretty good. I want it more crumbly, though.
That's good.
It's tasty, Samuel. The Eggs Benedict breakup. Breakup breakfast, like that has a ring to it. Yeah, who's keeping who in the divorce? Mish wants to know. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I have to find a baking device for this. I think that exists, just the scale doesn't. I mean, if worse comes to worse, we can always bake this in the cast iron pan. That's always nice. Sam was like, no, I saw the pie plates behind here. He knows. Who needs a scale? Oh, man. Yes. Yeah, that's a rule in our house, Bonk. That's our #1 marriage rule, if anyone asks us. By the way, our anniversary is on the 20th, so in 10 days. It will be 5 years. That's pretty crazy. But when I went to the event with just myself and Chef for the canapes, I kind of knew there wouldn't be anything for us to eat for lunch that day. And well, I hate being hungry at work, right? So I packed us 2 sandwiches into the cooler and didn't tell him. And then when we were basically done for the day, or like to the point where we could take a break, I like pulled out the sandwiches. And I was like, there's only one rule that we have in our house, and it's to never let the other person get hangry. And he's like, that's very thoughtful of you. I was like, hey, I'm just taking care of everyone. Does the stovetop work? It does. And thanks, Amp. Okay, we got this. We still might need the juice from the car. But look, Bobberino, how much this is juicing out already. So I don't even know if we need the Sanpel. And that's what I was thinking already. So like stir this up now. It's so saucy. Look at all the magic that happened. Car juice, if you will. What? I love how hectic our streams are sometimes. It's fun. Because I can't be like this at work, right? We have to be very, like, serious. We don't want to waste time or product. Like, some of our dishes, like our lamb saddle feature plate is $70 for one plate. It's like, holy fuck. Okay, let's pour this in here. Oh, it's glowing. The juices are flowing and it is glowing. So that's what we call maceration, is when the fruit starts to release its own juices and you just mix it with a little bit of sugar. This is going to be the perfect amount. A perfect little pie for us. Mmm. That's gonna be insanely good. There was 2. We have the warm juice, but I honestly don't think we need it. Yes, please. That's what I was thinking of putting in. What do you think, Sam? I think we'll be A-okay.
You putting topping on right?
I was thinking of putting the topping on, yeah. You gotta back up a bit. How are we gonna control this lighting situation? Extra topping. So I like really big crumbles, guys. So I usually like pack it in my hand, in the bowl first, in my fist. So you got 2 clumps of stuff. And then just kind of loosely let it fall everywhere. So you get nice big chunks. It'll be like a little brown sugar morsel. Sam's just eating the crumble as is, unbaked. I mean, hey, you gotta try your product. And then I usually cover it to the point where you can't see the fruit anymore, right? It will shrink a bit when it cooks too, so you have to think about that. Always better to have extra topping than not enough in my mind. I'll take this away and then we'll kind of just clean up these edges here so nothing bakes onto it or flows over even. Holy. It's like coated, hey guys? It looks so yummy. Back it up. Dun, 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 dun. The lighting is crazy on that. Washing my handles. We'll do a little cleanup. The extra crumble bits, we'll just pack into a container in the fridge. I'm imagining maybe like a quick little air fryer crumble of sorts. We got some apples in the fridge right now, so just eating the topping meatballs. Okay, this is how it looks. So like I said, when this bakes, it's all gonna kind of bake and sink down into the dish. So I always make sure it's piled over. Otherwise it's gonna like kind of droop down once all the fruit cooks and stuff. Do a little cleanup. Where's my bench scraper? Okay, so we can't put it in the oven just yet. So we'll work on a few other things, like maybe whipping up our cream for the topping of that when it's ready. And maybe even first getting some potatoes in a pot to boil. Mashed potatoes to go with our beef. Mish getting told to not say a word. Yeah, because that's gonna work. 2 cups of extra topping. Okay, you guys aren't ready for these potatoes. So we make a dish at work called potato pave, but it's like a very fancy version where the potatoes are literally like cut to the point where they're see-through thin and then layered and then like rolled up. So we use this special machine. I've never made it. I've just seen it being made for dinner because it's a completely different menu. But then you end up with all these like potato cores, let's say, from the spiralizer type thing. And then they just go in the compost. So we're like, what the shit? Can you save those for us next time? And we'll bring them home and like make mashed potatoes from these like perfectly peeled potato pieces. So that's what we're gonna use today. It's actually a massive bag. Holy. I think they brine them too. I really don't know because like they're not brown at all.
Nope, no brining. You just put a little water in it there for me.
So that's how that shit was packed for us. Hi, Maka. Welcome in. Right? They're huge. Oh. Frying them? Meesh. That's brilliant, actually, for an appetizer feature.
We have chicken fat.
Yeah, I'm just thinking at work, though. To put that shit on a plate. Mmm. Dip that in a little béarnaise. Thank you.
What's the fucking small coin potato called? Fondant.
Fondant potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you're at, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so we need a pot. The potatoes are glowing. We'll pour some cold water in. This should fit. Get them covered, salted. We bought some sour cream today. They look like huge packing peanuts. We're just making mashers from waste. To put it in compost is a sin. You don't want to see the shit that happens in fine dining kitchens, Bob. But like at least all of the compost is used at the vineyard. So like I'm not even gonna... Whoa, they're like partly frozen because our fridge is being a little crazy. I'm actually gonna turn that down now. That's too much. Set. I'm gonna go to 3. Instead of, or to 2 instead of 3. Ah, there we go. These are like literally frosty. Why can't they just send me slice and make sort of au gratin? It's just not that type of food. It's fine dining contemporary. Like, there's also, the dish has turned potatoes on it, like the salmon dish. And, like, all of those scraps from the turned potatoes go in the compost, too. So we're just, like, seeing all this, and it's like, yeah, I can use that. I can definitely eat that. So, cold water. So, not, like, spiralize. It's, like, that kind of machine. But think, like, the potatoes here, and it's shaving the potato in like strips that are long and like see-through like paper, and then those get layered together and then baked into a sheet and then rolled as they're warm and then sliced so that like each side is fried. It's a whole thing. But like I said, that's for dinner. We don't really do much of that stuff for lunch because nobody really cares. It sounds wild. It is. It is. And like they make homemade pasta and like tortellini every single day. There's a lot of attention to detail in the stuff that we do at work, which is why I think it was very exhausting for us when we first started. Like, especially not working in a restaurant in 5 years, never mind something fine dining like this. Yeah, I don't know if they deep fry a bonk or what. Okay, let's get some salt into here. I would imagine that they just like fry it on each side to finish. Make it taste like the sea. And then Sam asked the question the other day. It's like, well, what if you've never been to the sea? You don't know how salty it is. That's a fair question. Let's get those on the back burner there, because I feel like that'll take a while since they're kind of frosty. I'll go medium-high heat. Next, I'll get the asparagus. This we got yesterday from the store. So local farm here. It's grown in Armstrong, BC. And this was $3.98 a pound. For like the weeks previous, it was $6.98 a pound. So we saved $3 a pound. So we got 2 big bunches of asparagus yesterday. Ate some with our chicken wings for dinner last night. And then we'll finish the rest tonight. And then maybe even go back and get more for the week. Because it is so good right now. It's asparagus season. Actually turn it this way.
That's $6 for the entire thing.
Yeah, $6 for all of this. Grown like a few hours away. And then we'll trim off the bottoms. How are we going to eat this? Just roast it?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay. I love just roasted asparagus. Good job. Samo's got the laundry going while we're working on this. I've had asparagus 6 times in the past 2 weeks. Holy smokes, Bob. So you eat it like how we do. But that's how we just eat in general. Is we eat the stuff when it's in season so that it does still feel special. And then we just load up on it to the point where we're like, yeah, okay, I've got my fill, right? And then you're on to the next vegetable that's in season. We don't often eat asparagus in the winter. But maybe if you have a hankering, that's okay. I'm going to give these a little rinse. Asparagus is grown in very sandy soil, and I can feel like a bit of grit on the board from just cleaning them. So we'll give them a rinse. No sand, please. That's fair. Yeah, if you get asked what you want for dinner, just go buy what you want. Let's dry these off a bit. Oh, I had to shuck some oysters at work this week. We're doing oysters on the weekends now. I think I told you guys that last week. But we also got to try some, so that was a nice little treat. But I haven't shucked oysters in like years. It was fun. Scooter Beach is here. Hello. Scoots. Yeah. How's it going? After the 6th night of serving asparagus, she asked if they have different veg at the restaurant. The Bobski restaurant. Okay, let's get a sheet pan. Get that coated. Get the asparagus on it. I'll grab some olive oil. Samo's on it. Sous Chef Samo.
Let's put some tinfoil in there.
I want to. I was just going to make some room, but that's fine. That can live there for now. The lighting is epic, is it? I'm glad you guys enjoy it, because we can't really change it. Just the sun pouring in over the mountain. before it's gone for the day. Just got done with dinner. What'd you make? The My View in the beta mobile app is interesting in a good or bad way. Ask me about the scale, Mish. Yes, Cookie. And I totally feel that at work. We have, yeah, just two massive windows. How tall are the ceilings at work? Like,
Probably 10-foot ceilings.
I was gonna say like 12, 15-foot ceilings. Like, it's huge, the ceilings at work. And it is from like waist height, the window, all the way to the ceiling. So like every morning I just crank open the blinds until the point in the afternoon, like around like anywhere from 1:30 in the afternoon to 3, the sun reflects off the stainless steel so bad that it like blinds you. So that's when I close the blinds. But up until that point, I have that stuff open. And wow, it's like rare to have a window like that in a kitchen. Usually you're like stuck away in the back somewhere, or even like in the basement, just cooking in the dark. Okay, so we laid all of our asparagus out so we can get it seasoned up. Smoked pork chops, salad, and bread, to be determined how it turns out. Nice. Or to be determined what you think of the app. We're doing good, Scooter. I said today, kind of at the beginning of stream in the intro, that I think we're over like the hump of everything feeling hard. Things have been feeling easier and lighter. And yeah, it's just, time is going by fast. Every month we have a fun pop-up to do, or like different events to work on with work, which all of these events they've never done before. So it's new for everyone. That's kind of fun part of it too. And yeah, they've all been successful to the point where like the owners of the company have emailed our chef being like, thank you so much to your like amazing team for like operating the restaurant at the same time as doing all the events, because that's hard too. It's nice to be appreciated. And he's still on the humper. Where's the scale, guys? Where did it go? I'm gonna like find it in the car or something. Okay, so I got salt and pepper on the asparagus. I think we might just do a little bit of Italian seasoning and call it a day. A little bit of herbs, some garlic. There's a $10 scale and $20 at Canadian Tire. And we also need to get a bird bath for the birds since it's so warm. It's with your scale, Scoots? It must be. Mish, you think it's in Edmonton? I swear I seen it like in the big flour bin that we have. But I don't know anymore. I don't like the feeling of not knowing. I usually know where all of my things are. I think that's the reason why it bugs me so much. Canadian Tire. Here's the thing, Amp, that most people don't know about Canadian Tire. They sell more than just tires. It's like a one-stop shop. It's like Walmart, but without the food and clothes. Although there might be clothes, just not to the extent of Walmart. It's a freaking awesome spot. Yeah, they stole it, Cookie. I wouldn't put it past them. Tip the scale. Okay, a little bit of seasoning, and then we'll rub it Massage it all in so the dry herbs don't burn in the oven. We're still waiting on the beef. Speaking of beef, we've been enjoying... We're looking at 205 for the temp. Hey, we've been enjoying picking up coffee now 2 days in a row because honestly, it was so good. There's a spot here called Beef in the Bean Cafe, and it's inside of an Airstream trailer. Basically, like on the side of the road, it's a drive-through. So freaking delicious, and they also sell fresh beef cuts from their farm. So you can get like coffee, little snacky items, and beef. I was like, this is brilliant. Yeah, we got a couple iced lattes. Very delicious. And they use coffee that is roasted here in town. So freshly roasted beans even, not just like buying cheap stuff like Folgers or whatever. I'll pay $5 for that. No problem. Nice. Okay, so our asparagus is glistening now. And then those will roast. I usually do a nice high heat. I'm okay. I don't know what that was. Maybe the scale. A nice high heat. It's okay if they get a little bit crispy and charred. So probably like 425 Fahrenheit in the oven for 10 minutes or so. I like a little bit of bite in my asparagus. I don't like mushy asparagus at all. You have a local butchery that also runs a coffee shop next door. What a brilliant thing, hey? Glistening asparagus just for you, Absy. Glistening. Okay, Sam said we'll check the ribs. Potatoes look like they're almost coming up to a boil. Let's check out what these beef ribs are sitting at. There won't be much to see because they're wrapped up, but we gotta take the temperature. I mean, the paper is completely saturated in fat, if that's any indication of what this is. That could be a good band name. Okay, so 205 is what we want. Or is what we're aiming for. We're at 197.
Well, give it 15 minutes, so we're probably good.
Sam says 15 minutes, so we'll whip our cream up.
6:30.
We'll whip the cream up in these next few moments before we can turn up the oven. This is the most patient I've been in a while.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. Yeah, we'll hand whip it. There we go, Mish. Whip it. We will put some vanilla sugar. Into the cream to sweeten it. It also has a bit of stabilizer. So let's say when you whip cream up, it will only kind of stay whipped for a couple days before the air comes out and it deflates and is sad. So when you have a stabilizer a bit, even like just a bit of sugar in your whipped cream will help that out. It will stay whipped for longer. Just a little tip. And just to show everyone what we will be baking if you missed it earlier, there's our crumble. Mary's here, guys. Welcome, Mary. How are you doing? It's already been opened. 36% cream even. How much should we do like this? Half a liter. Oh, thank you for that reminder, Bob. The fact that you just said no. Bob just said, can everyone please behave no? And I would like to tell people about Sam's story this week. So in the restaurant kitchen, it's usually divided up into like either 2 or maybe even 3 kind of sections where you have orders and printers come in for whoever is working there. So Sam has his own printer on hot side and I have a printer on cold side. But usually the person that works on the hot side and is like cooking all of the food and doing the main part of the work will take the bill and call it, which means like you say everything that's on it. And then the people that are listening in the other stations say like, heard chef, yes chef, oui, whatever, to acknowledge that you heard what was called and you're aware of what you have to do, and everyone should time out accordingly, right? So it was pretty busy one day. Sam was calling the bills, doing awesome. A 10 top came in, was like literally this long. They almost got like one of everything on the menu. Goes to order it. He's like, ordering no. And then I was just quiet. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'll take it, honestly. Yes, chef. It was so funny. Chef died laughing when he heard Sam do that. Ordering no. And I was like, okay, sounds great. I don't want to cook anymore anyways. If it's 36% cream, what's the other 74%? Oh my god, that's the milk fat. But I loved that. Okay, we got our vanillin Zucker. And we're gonna whip it up. Whenever this is done though, the ribs are coming out of the oven and the crumble's going in. That's my patience. That's where we're at. You know what we have for a little bit of garnish too that just started blooming this week is some lavender, which I totally love with strawberry and rhubarb. He stole it. I will take it back. That's not part of the contract. No oven, no ribs. Shoot. I used a silicone coated whisk so that we didn't have like the metal whisk the whole time of us waiting 15 minutes. Samuel would rather have ribs even though he's been asking me for this dessert for like 3 weeks. So I guess we'll have to go back to the apple bin, guys. Oh my gosh, no. Oh yeah, she is gone now. I was gonna say people are still here. Just use the other oven in the Airbnb, guys. I think we get in shit for that. Be like, why does it smell so good in here? We wanted the tart miche, but that is like a true lesson in life, hey? Sometimes we don't always get what we want. I really have been wanting to make that tart though for like years, if I'm being honest. So I'm still gonna make it on stream. Just we need a scale to make it. My phone battery's almost dying. I don't even think we need that camera back there anyways, hey? Life lessons with me. Okay, it's getting aerated. And see how I go like back and forth, not just in a circle? That's the way to do it. I'm also trying not to spill too much. Have I told you guys about the white chocolate whipped cream that I make at work to go with the strawberry shortcake? It's pretty cool. Because like you heat the cream up with some glucose or corn syrup and then pour it over top of white chocolate and butter and then emulsify it together and then you cool that and whip it back up. It's magic. And that's like super stabilized. You can quenelle it. Guys, the potatoes are boiling now. How do you know? Because it's sizzled over. Ruh-roh. Taters are up. So we don't need that lid anymore. They're very foamy though. Can you see that back there? Potato foam. Skim the scum. Go, go, go. How long is this gonna take? Nobody knows. What's everyone else eating today? I didn't ask that yet. This is a shoulder workout. We're getting there though. Yeah, Bob had tacos. You already said. What type of tacos did you make? I think for the pop-up on Sunday for Father's Day, we're turning the smoked pulled pork into tacos. And then it's going to be smoked brisket. And I honestly don't know what else. Sausage pasta? I talked about making that. Like just lately, Mish. I was like, I have a hankering for pasta, Sam. I was like, do we still have a can of tomatoes? I think that's gonna happen maybe next week. Peruvian chicken sausage. Caraway seed sausage. Yum. We got a Thai sausage today from the grocery store for lunch. And we just made a couple buns up. It was super good.
My favorite one this week was when Chef was like, Caitlin, we need to go. Kate's like, I got 7 minutes left. Me and Chef look at the time. There's 4 minutes left. I'm like, I don't know how she's making this 7 minutes out of this 4 minutes, Chef. He's like, me either, Sam. But I'm listening. Then at 1 minute, 2, slams down his cup into the dish pit. She's like, I'm going.
She's a magician.
She's a goddamn magician, Sam.
A chicken Caesar salad? That must be for Kim.
Ooh, that bowl's shiny.
I can't whip it anymore. Tried the Kraft Ranch macaroni and cheese. That exists? The barbecue one? That sounds like some Maddie Matheson type flavors. It was for Kim indeed. Scoots tries to post the menu. It's been botched, Scooter. It was botched, so I turned it off. But if you want to know what we were going to make, I'll turn it back on for you. What we are going to make on a stream in the future would be that. Holy smokes. I did not see that one coming though today. Imagine if that was like a cooking show challenge. It's like you're given this recipe that you have to measure out in grams, but you have no scale. Whoa. What are you gonna do? We should have freestyled it. I almost did, but I was like, you know what? None of these ingredients are inexpensive, so I didn't want to waste them and have it turn out poop. We're getting there, guys. Who needs an incarcerum? You're pretty good at 300 grams, right? Like, I could probably be as well with how much stuff I have to weigh out. I could have probably made it work. It's just that the different ingredients weigh and look different, right? Like 100 grams of butter is going to be a different looking amount than 100 grams of flour. Okay, we're getting close. We're like halfway there. At least it's thick enough now that it's not splashing. Also, there's more fat, right? So it might take more to whip up. It's heavier with the extra fat content. 100 grams of gold, yeah, versus feathers, right? But the one that's the easiest is water. 100 grams, what is it? One liter of water is also 1 kilogram of water. It is the same weight as fluidity. Seen a German show where as part of the challenge they have cut a pretzel exactly in half. Yes! Where did I see that? On social media? And then the person that wins by cutting the pretzel perfectly in half. Like, you have to get the closest. Imagine. Holy. Is this going to be longer than 15 minutes of cream whipping content for you all? I bet there's some people in here going nuts. It's on Instagram. Okay. I will admit, I do not spend nearly as much time online anymore as I used to. Samuel just walks in saying it smells so good. Annie's back. Welcome back. You spend 0 hours on there? I'm making progress. You want to do some? Yeah, we'd never found the scale. If I find it after stream, I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't been successful yet, though. I feel like it's in a super simple spot. Do you need a bit of vanilla bean in there, too?
Yeah.
Or just the vanilla sugar? We're done with the peanut oil. I even pre-blanched the almonds before stream. That's how committed I was. Done with this. We'll take the strawberry box out and give ourselves some more room. Okay, I got it the rest of the way. Look at how good he did. We got stiff peaks, people. Stiff peaks. He finished it. The finisher. Maybe a little bit more. You don't want to go too much because then you'll start making butter. Okay, now we can pack this into the fridge. Because, well, we probably won't eat all of this today. Literally standing there forever. And then he comes in for 2 minutes and I come back and it's done. This is his reward. Ready for hoovering?
Potatoes are ready for draining.
The potatoes are done?
Yeah.
But the crumble's not even in the oven. Open up, guys. Who's a sucker for whipped cream like I am?
I like that steak.
Yeah? especially with vanilla paste, Annie says. Like, I could probably eat all that, but I shouldn't. That's the thing. How can anyone not like it? I think I've met a few people in my life that were like that. And I just straight up told them, I was like, I don't think we can be friends. That's how serious about it I am. Strawberries and cream, that's what I was thinking.
I had that today already.
So hopefully, oh, that's why it was opened. That stuff. You got a little cream there on the stash, sir. I don't know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, hopefully the cream doesn't expire in a day. We've all met psychopaths. Blueberry fool. What's that? Okay, our crazy potato cylinders are done. We'll strain them into the sink. The nice thing about this is we'll make the mashers. They can sit warm for at least like 30 to 45 minutes because of the starch in there will hold the heat. And then the asparagus only takes 10 minutes. Just what does this crumble bake at?
375.
$3.25. It says 375 to start. And then you turn it down. Because you first, do you bake it without the crumble on top? No. That does not sound right. No. You bake it for 30 minutes at 375, and then you bake it at 325 for 30 minutes more. Basically, what we're looking for is the fruit should be nice and soft, not crunchy. I don't like when the fruit is cooked to the point where it's like there's no texture left at all. And then the other part is making sure that the crumble gets baked through and a little bit golden on top. So whether it takes an hour, I don't think that's going to be because we have a smaller portion anyways. Quick, take the top off. What? Chef Meg is here, heading home from the restaurant. Love you. Hope you had a good day.
By the way, that took you 15 minutes because it's 6:30 now.
It took us 15 minutes to whip the cream.
So now you can check the. There's no more time.
They're coming out.
2:05.
It doesn't even matter when they're at. It doesn't even matter anymore. This oven is mine. Mish says, please hurry up. It's 4 a.m. This oven is mine.
Carry on. Here you go.
You temp it?
You temp it.
Okay, you strain the potatoes.
Yeah. That's my job.
Guys,
See?
we made it. We did even better. 206.6. And we aimed for 205.
Yeah.
So remember when I said well, not the beginning of the stream, but after the entire 50-minute intro, I said we're going to do everything wrong today, but it's still going to work out.
Yeah, see?
Thank you, Cookie.
Now these can just rest.
And Mish.
Right.
Okay, so those are going to rest right there. We are going
You're already
to...
increasing temperature. That's already covered. We need some butter.
We need some butter. Okay, they won't rest right there then. They'll rest over here. We need to get butter for the potatoes, some sour cream, and mash them up. The potato masher exists. I did have to check just now to make sure. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the bits, guys.
We did it, everybody. It didn't fuck up.
Was this all meant to be? Maybe.
Look, it took extra time to do the other things. Now we're good.
Mish. Please. Look at my cylinders, everyone. Cooked cylinders today. Steamed cylinders.
Oh, this isn't bad yet? No. Expiry date is May 29th.
I think we'll leave it.
Okay, we'll do that.
They look so perfect. Okay, so we gotta start with butter. First ingredient to enter your potatoes for mashing is always butter. Potato tubes. I'm putting these on the menu. That'd be an unreal vegetarian dish to start with. And everyone would be like, how do they make the potato tubes? This is amazing. Yet, little do they know, it's like a byproduct. What is going on in chat, by the way? Please, everyone.
That's some nice butter.
I cut the pieces thin, guys, so they're just gonna like melt in. But this is a lot of potatoes, so I'm probably gonna do like half a cup. There's a little itty bitty battle, Pell says.
Let's go.
So you start with the butter to counteract the starches. I think my phone died or something. And then we're gonna come in with the sour cream after you've mixed the butter in. You don't gotta go crazy with the butter in the first step, getting the potatoes completely smooth. It's the butter barrier. Because nobody likes gluey mashed potatoes. And I didn't say what type of potatoes these were, but they're very yellow. So you guys could probably tell that they were Yukon Gold. All of that mashed down. At least it didn't go in the compost this time. No warbas?
No warbas yet.
Not yet.
Holy cookie.
Cookie, thank you. Whoa. I almost smashed my head with the freezer door by accident. You want a bit of cheese grated over top? A bit of aged Gouda on top? Or you just like that?
You can shave some on top for yourself.
Okay. A bit of aged Gouda shaved on top, guys, I think. A bit more salt, he says. Yay, everyone. I get angry. You're not stopping till it's 8,008. AKA if you put it in a calculator, it says boob. I haven't done that since 2002. Those are tasty. I think they could have cooked for maybe 2 more minutes. A little bit chunky, but it's good.
Yeah, it's the perfect amount of chunk.
Samo likes the chunk. Okay, oven's ready. 1 moment, please. Hi, so on today's stream, we're going to be making a strawberry rhubarb crumble. Everything turned out amazing. We had all the ingredients and devices that we needed for the recipe. Now it's going to go into the oven.
You have to check the other one.
What?
I think it. I think it's boobs.
Now we're gonna set
No!
a 30-minute timer. It was there! We achieved it. And we got a raid. I need to turn this up more. Turn the speakers up, people.
30 minute?
30-minute timer, please.
30 minute on?
And thank you for the 8,009 bits to everyone that contributed. See, I will do you one worse or maybe better, depending on how you feel, Mrs. Luscious. So this may sound criminal, but have you ever had mashed potatoes with sour cream, butter, and cream cheese? Have you ever had potatoes with sour cream, butter, and brie? We discovered that one year, and that is life-changing potatoes. This is the most unhinged stream ever, Bob. It's literally just a Tuesday evening. Cookie remembers them, the brie mashers. So these are still steaming. Let's keep them that way. Just cleaning up the pot so we can get the lid on. Those will stay warm. We have asparagus back here, waiting to roast. Once the crumble is done a bit, I mean, I guess I could just throw this in right now. Asparagus is gonna go into the oven. And I think we'll set a 10-minute timer. And in 10 minutes, hopefully we can eat. Well, that turned out, didn't it? What is he saying back here? Why are you yelling?
Timer's on.
For the 15 minutes as well? Sam's yelling because he's got the timers on the docket. I'm proud of him right now. You can sleep in 10 minutes. If you want to, yes. Nothing is stopping you, Mish. Everyone have a drink of water. Leroy, how was your stream? And thank you very much for the raid. You're gonna be a baby about it? Save it for Thursday. Have you made feta mashers, Mish? And good morning, Deep Sound Dispatches. I'm sorry I missed you, but I remembered and I had to scroll up. Okay. We need a plate or two. I am going to shave or grate some aged Gouda over the mashed potatoes. But then there's not really any other garnish for the plate. I think that'll be fine. I guess we do have a bit of parsley growing outside. Should I chop up some parsley to sprinkle over it?
I mean, you got dill right in front of you.
You want some dill on the potatoes? I trimmed the dill this week, so it's been sitting in this container. And I haven't used it yet, so I should. So building Mario Kart Lego and the Lego blue shell on Thursday? Fun.
I got a blue shell too.
You do?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Congrats on getting one.
Massage in the attic. What's going on? It's 4:44 a.m. for you. It's 6:44 p.m. for me. We're on opposite sides of the world right now. The dill is drying out. It's like air dried. Uh-oh.
Just go like this.
Did you catch the latest YouTube video? Did you, though? That is the question. Okay, guys. We're waiting like 10 more minutes for the asparagus. And we made it through this day. Don't ask me how. I like the threat. It's like, you better go watch. You get to cut into there soon.
Yeah, as soon as you pull the asparagus out.
The washing machine's like right here on the other side, shaking the pots on the stove. We're rattling. Which botanical set is Sam gonna buy you so he can get the blue shell? Don't say it, it's a surprise. He almost said it. He almost said it just now. His mouth opened and then he remembered. So then he didn't say it. We're fighting on through even to the crumble. We got our cream made. The crumble's done. You know what we're gonna do in these couple moments? Sam's gonna go bring down the hummingbird feeders. And I'm gonna wash them up and fill them. I'll get the warm water going. This is hummingbird food. So it's 4 parts water to 1 part sugar. Bring it up to a boil. Let it cool. Our 3 feeders that we have now have to be filled basically every 2 days.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them. That's how many hummingbirds we have coming to the feeders now. Which I don't think anybody else has feeders hung up if there's that many.
So we go through 2 liters of nectar every 2 days. So we're dropping a liter a day.
Yeah. Did we see the F1 movie trailer?
Yes.
I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be good. So whenever you change the food in the hummingbird feeder, you always have to wash it really well. Because they can get a disease from things being unclean. And it makes their tongue swell up and then they can't eat the food and they'll die. So you want to be very careful if you are feeding animals that you take proper care of them and are educated about that. The Witcher 4 tech demo. I mean, I loved watching Sam play The Witcher. I think the Witcher 3. So that sounds fun, Cookie. Misha's sleeping on nails in the attic, but at least she has cookies from Bob. That's nice. Good night, Mish. First one. Does anybody else in chat have hummingbirds by them?
I love our different varieties though.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Ah! Scooters on the walk pad? Nice. White Dove, you have a lot? So you know how it is then. Ah. Almost spilled the food. That would have been bad. Just sugar water everywhere. No thank you. Mish. Dun 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 dun. This one's pretty cool. So this one hangs just in front of the kitchen window. So we can watch them while we're doing dishes and cooking. First one complete. Clean the next one. This is the next one. So we have 2 of these. We do a scrub-a-dub-dub. You can't see it on the side, but it's overflowing. I got like a toothbrush in there to scrub it all.
That's the last video of the 3-part series.
Oh, yeah. I finally finished my mountain video series. If you guys want a little look back into the winter trip that we took on the one weekend, it was super nice out. And if you've never been to the Rocky Mountains in Canada, it's a pretty fun little video to watch. It's chill, like there's no talking in it. I just did music and subtitles.
So we went on a perfect time.
Samuel, you know the game they're talking about?
What?
You gotta scroll up a bit and read it. Above more. That one. Play Dune. Like Dune game based on the book?
Didn't that just come out? Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Next one. Filled. What? The YouTube link in my About section is giving you a 404. You know what? You might be right. I tried to think about all the places where there was a link to my YouTube, but maybe I missed that one. I swear I switched it though. Thank you for letting me know. I'll just take it off right now. Mish, what are you trying to say right now? What about just on the command? Dun, dun, dun. Did you guys break the internet? Things are real slow. Thanks for posting that, White Dove. Does this one work? That one works.
First 10-minute timer went off.
It does smell like asparagus in here. It could be done. I think like a little bit longer still.
5 more minutes.
I don't think we'll be turning the oven down for the crumble.
Nope, that's fine.
We did it, friends. Okay, back to finding out how to change that thing on Twitch. I'll have to do it after stream.
For what?
Just the YouTube link on my like Twitch page About section is not working apparently.
Oh, yeah, that won't take long. That won't take long to fix it.
And the socials doesn't work? Just
Fine.
find everything that's wrong today.
And then we'll fix it by the end
And
of the
then
day.
we'll fix it.
And then
You know,
everything will be fine.
next stream, we'll have a scale even. Am I even here? Nobody knows.
We have one more feeder to fix. Let's get that fixed. We'll get that. How's your water? Can you use some?
Water's almost empty.
Get some more.
Sam says, let's please focus on doing the hummingbird feeder, and then we'll be able to eat dinner after. Misha's still here. Yeah, you'll be able to sleep. Do you have tomorrow off, though? Do we have the same day off, then? You work in 5 hours? R.I.P. Your commitment is astonishing and mucho appreciated. This Friday, you're doing your first IRL stream in Vilnius in the Culture Festival all night long. Any tips and tricks? Well, I don't know what you're using to live stream, but I just use my phone, a gimbal, and the Streamlabs app when I do IRL streams. And I have the chat popped up on the stream, and that is the simplicity of my IRL streams. Although the last one we did end up adding in our DJI mic, which was a great add-on feature if you can afford something like that. Having great audio on a stream is like top tier. People will put up with kind of terrible video quality, but if your audio is great, it makes it so much easier to watch.
Well, you just listen to things more than you watch things.
I guess, yeah. It's a wonderful city, really? Wait, what time are you doing it? Maybe I'll be able to watch it. My phone has 5% battery left. I didn't even use it once for stream today. Sugar waters have been topped up. I just call it baby's food for the hummingbirds. Oh no, Sam, we gotta make baby food. That's what I always say. Oh no.
Hey.
I stripped it.
What's in here, Armstrong? Stop.
I did. Strip the plastic. She doesn't know her own strength.
At least the car's in the shade there.
We can has plugging it in. I don't even think we need it back there, Bob. I always just have it set up in case we do stuff over there. But we haven't really been using it. 1 a.m. Eastern? What kind of math do I have to do right now to convert that? That's the funniest Kim story I've read yet. I didn't expect that one coming. We're spoiled out there. Hummingbirds, vineyards, clean air. I'm surprised more people don't live here. Don't tell anybody to come here. It's that nice. Okay. This. I want this for our cheese. The asparagus is gonna come out. So is that been 25 minutes then?
15 minutes for the asparagus. You have 12 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Those look and smell perfect. Ta-da! And then, oh, that crumble's looking really good.
You have 12 minutes left on crumble.
Perfect. Bonk didn't AFK, but he did make himself dinner. And ours is ready now too. What did you make, Bonk?
Holy shit, you didn't make 3 sinks still loads worth of dishes.
I don't even know how this happened today.
What you need?
How do we want to serve the ribbies? Are we gonna like cut it?
Yeah. Just cut
So
it
we
down.
need a little cutting board then.
You need a cutting board. So you can do your cheese on the cutting board first.
The cheese, I'm just gonna grate it on the small side and just hold it over. Like that. You know the sounds, guys? Like that.
Plate up the first 2 things and I'll cut the ribs.
I was gonna get a rib on
Okay.
and get it sliced.
Flip it over so you get the
Cool.
juices.
Well, so hold this and I'll bring it over.
Yeah.
I'm a cut above. I love that.
Flip it over.
Oh, I get what you said about the board. I thought you meant flip this
This
over. Is this gonna make juices go everywhere?
Shouldn't.
I tipped the thing on the side and there's just fat rolling out of the paper right now
Maybe I'll get you the bigger cutting
onto
board.
the sheet pan. Oh my lord. No, just put this here. I'm gonna open it up there, and then we'll take the meat off. It was so juicing, there's no way I'm bringing that onto the board.
Juicing the gooser.
Juices are flowing today, chat. It's slightly warm to the touch. My hand's like, it's getting hotter. But that was like perfectly rested, just able to hold on to it. Nosferatu. I love that username. Thanks for the Prime sub, friend, and subscribing for 9 months in a row. That's a Twitch food baby. It's pretty, Mary. Okay, so now we're just gonna slice in between the bones. These were slowly cooked for what, Sam?
6 hours.
6 hours at
225.
225 Fahrenheit.
And the last 2 hours, and they were 275. Perfect timing, by the way.
Not like the best beef ribs I've ever seen, but they look like they're gonna be yummy. I'm excited to try them. We've been just like trying a lot of different cuts from the butcher shop here. Will it attract bears with the smell? We might. Guys, I'm so blinded by the sun. I'm sorry. I hope it's okay. So first thing going on the plate is going to be the mashed taters. And then we'll do the veggies. And then the beautiful beef rib. That's the star. Nice, Sam. Nice pile of mashers. Would you like some more?
Yes,
This is yours.
Yeah.
We're eating today, guys. Refeed. We actually eat like so healthy during the week at work.
How's this not healthy?
Well, I mean, a bit of the fat content. I don't think you should eat this every day.
No.
It's a treat, though. Some aged Gouda, if you will. Does Sam want aged Gouda? That's true, Annie. Animal fat isn't as bad as we've been led to believe all these years. We always say everything in moderation. Bonk says eat more butter. Say less. Say less. Samo got the Gus on the plate. I did an aged Gouda amp. That looks pretty fantastic to me. Parmesan from Parmesia? Sam was just going beside me. I don't know if you can hear that. You're having DiGiorno? At least you made it yourself, though. Like, this is crazy. It's glistening. I first need a thing of potatoes. Because I love cheesy mashed potatoes, and I haven't had these in forever. Yeah, we're just eating the rib with our hands, let's be honest. Mmm. It's like salty, creamy, so smooth. How's this? The Italian seasoning is so good on that. The local Gus. See how the tips get a little bit like crispy? Great batch. It's just dripping fat. I love it. If I fork and knife it, how would you even do that? This bonk's literally threatening us. Holy shit. Ready? It's gonna like drip everywhere. Get prepared. We gotta change the scene. Don't say I don't do anything for you. I didn't even make a dent. Great seasoning, Samo. Look at this stuff on my face. The fat on top here is insane, you guys. So we paid what for those two things?
80.
So the 4 bones were $40, so $10 per thing. That's not bad. There's like a couple, yeah, chewier bits. Like maybe not the most top quality of beef ribs, but very good still. Would you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
But like, look at this side. So I'm eating the fatty side. Let's try this side. Mmm. I've told him for years that it's not a timed event. The man cannot be stopped. That's so yummy. Can you guys see us sweating? It's so freaking hot in the kitchen. It's like 37 degrees outside right now.
Look at this.
Why did I turn the oven on today?
I did.
Yeah, he did. You paid $33 for 2 thick ribeyes that you'll get 4 meals out of. That's good too, right? Mish. So see you tomorrow for tart and scale time, right? I don't know. Probably not.
Well, you need to cut the crumbles more.
We're not trying the crumble on stream?
No.
We have to look at it. Bob can't win today. He's having a worse day than me. Who eats their asparagus like that? I did get a bottle of wine snuck into my backpack the other day. After the event, we tried Pinot Blanc. Very delicious. Sam loved it. And you were sitting on the patio the other morning, actually, right? Before I went to work on his day off. Look at this. It looks so sad.
What's your timer?
Okay. Annie thinks it's in Edmonton. What do you think? He doesn't know. He just doesn't want to drive back. Guys, it's starting to smell good in here from this. Oh my god. That looks done. Turn around.
Holy.
It
Yeah.
said cook it till the fruit is bubbling and the crumble is browned. Mish. Don't go to bed yet. Sam was like, I finished just in time. You miss scotch? Why do you miss it? Are you a sober person now? Okay, just be careful, please. Oh my god. And how this didn't go over, I don't have any words. That's terrifying looking. It's all worked out in the end. Excuse me, belch of approval for the chefs. Sam died. That's how hot it is in here.
That's the heat level currently in here.
And we have the aircon on. It's just in the living room, unfortunately. Oh, hello there. That was me. 9.87 out of 10. It was a very good one, I will say. Sam says tarps off. It's like a pie without the crust, but I think it turned out better than we could have ever imagined. It's cooling down now. I love the random little bubbles still coming out. That was me. I used to get in trouble when I was young for having epic burps. Like, a lady doesn't do that. I was like, I'll show you what a lady does. What? Yeah, this is 3rd degree burn your mouth hot. But let's look at this. Remember when I said when it bakes, it's going to like cook down a level? So look at that. Everything that we piled up cooked down. And now it's just even with the pan. Good thing we didn't put more. It would have went over and it would have been burnt on the bottom of the oven. But holy, did it turn out. Just add a little, another layer here of light. I gotta take a photo of this. The best belches you've heard in your life have come from women, Bonk.
Yeah.
That one just felt great. It was ready to go. Samo knows. You get really proud of me too, actually.
Yeah, 100%. That and a good toot.
That and a good toot. How do I get this perfect photo here? It's still, guys, the sun doesn't really go below the mountain anymore the way that it
No, not to like
goes. What the heck? So it used to like go down kind of this way more. Now it's over here, and while the mountain kind of tapers off into the valley, we're roasting it at night in this spot. The dessert only took half the amount of time, but we only made half of the recipe. Mish, it's completely light outside of your window. As in morning. Okay, we got the cutest little crumble bowls to use here. It's like they match with it. I bought these during Christmas though, but how cute is this? A little bowl. Perfect little tasting bowl to start. We can always come back for a second portion. That's allowed. I don't really want a slotted spoon. Where'd my other spoon go? I found it. Sam will put it away. The birds are chirping by her, and I have like evening birdies. So funny. Wow, guys. When this gets like super jammy like that, we gotta come closer. It's so good, it looks fake. It looks so good, it's fake. This is my jam, Annie. You guys are the best. Thanks for always taking time out of your day to spend it here with us. Because I know, well, you don't have to. And life happens. It's not even really running all over. Because that's like molten hot still, right? I'll close this a bit more again. There. I should just like make a batch of ice cream base at home and then churn it at work one day for us to use on stream. Because I can churn a batch in 20 minutes at work, guys. Okay, let's see if I can show you my fancy skills. Even though they might melt. Let's see if I can like do a little quenelle of cream on the top for you. Just need a hot spoon. Everyone else is offline. We're the only ones left now. It's that late. It's not even late. It's only 7. Although it is an over 3-hour stream. Pretty awesome, actually. Hello, hot water? The sun is hotter than this. So you gotta go boo. And then if it sticks, you gotta rinse it again. So I have to do this with butter, whipped cream on the plates. And I'm not even that good at it. I wish I was better, honestly. But now we go boop. That's my little quenelle. So the like insanely skilled chefs, you won't have any of those edges. It also kind of depends like on the spoon that you use to try this. And all the word quenelle means is a 3-sided farce. So you can make like big ones, you can make small ones. That one was better. So see how it's like super smooth on the one side? Okay, we got a little bit of cream. I'll leave it out if Sam wants more. I'm gonna bring him this dish and let him try it. It's warm, yes, it just came out of the oven. I'm surprised this isn't melting more. I should have taken a photo, shouldn't I?
That's good.
Guys, that is so good.
Let's fucking go.
It is, in my mind, a little bit sweet. Like, I would cut back the sugar a bit, but that could also be where that little bit of lemon juice comes in, right? To counteract the sweetness, especially because we did 2-to-1 strawberries to rhubarb, not rhubarb to strawberry. So we went the sweeter route, but wow. That is insane. It's really hot still.
That's fucking good. Good job on that.
We turned a lost scale into a crumble.
Yep.
Put this back in the fridge. I told you we'd do everything wrong, but it would still turn out. Annie, try the mayo again, but just don't use the immersion blender and hand whip it. Would that really make a difference, I wonder, hey?
Probably.
Sam says probably. Is anyone even still streaming on Twitch? What is going on here today? Should we go see Miss Molly? I feel like it's been a minute since we went to see her. Okay, guys, sounds good. Nina Montana, thanks for sneaking in at the end of the stream today. Welcome on in. We are gonna go raid. Oh no! It even reverted the menu when I turned it back on to 2 streams ago. So I had that typed out, Bonk, for the frangipane tart that we were gonna make, and then I turned it off because we weren't making that anymore. And then I turned it back on, and now it's Peruvian chicken somehow. It's just your usual Tuesday over here. Raid. Miss Molly makes. And yeah, she has a brownie baking business. Amp. I think you can order from it. Try some of her food. How cool is that? Kind of like how we do our cookie boxes sometimes. So we're transporting ourselves to Australia. I believe they still are there. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Our crazy, wild, and somehow still delicious stream. It all turned out. Misha's gonna go to bed. We're gonna wind down. Thanks for everyone that contributed to the crazy hype train today. All the bits, gift subs, resubs, welcome in new follows. Thanks for the raid. We did beef ribs, mashed potatoes, asparagus. Yeah, that sounds great. Bonk. Strawberry rhubarb tart with oat topping, or you just call it a strawberry rhubarb crumble. Guys, we will be back next week. Probably Tuesday again. We'll let you know how things go. Keep you updated in Discord. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We're going to be busy with a pop-up event on Sunday for Father's Day, so I'll try to take some more photos for that too. Love y'all. Be safe out there, and hope to see you next time. Sam will say bye.
Bye.
Bye.